Hello, I'm Zoe Diaz. I'm Head of Humanities at Outward Academy Valley. I'm here to talk to you today about AQA GCSE Geography. We're going to talk about how it's assessed and how you can best support your child in being as successful as possible on this course. So hopefully you can see on the screen, these are how the assessments are broken down. So first of all, we have paper 1. This is called Living with the Physical Environment. In this section, your child will be expected to answer a range of different question types on their natural hazards topic, their living world topic, and their topic about UK river landscapes and UK coastal landscapes. This is an hour-and-a-half exam, and as you can see from the screen, it's worth 88 marks. Some of those are spelling, punctuation and grammar marks, and this is worth 35% of their overall grade. Paper 2 is very similar. This is called the Challenges in the Human Environment. This will examine our topics of urban issues and challenges, the changing economic world, and the challenge of resource management. This is again an hour-and-a-half exam, worth 88 marks and worth 35% of the overall GCSE. The third paper is paper 3. This is Geographical Applications. In this, they will be assessed on an issue evaluation. This is a pre-release booklet that we get given 12 weeks before the exam, which allows students time to look at the booklet, work with us in school to make sure they're really prepared for that section of the exam. The second section is based on fieldwork. Now, this is a change for those students currently in year 11 to kind of recognise the difficulties this year group have been through in terms of missing lots of time in year 10. The AQA exam board have removed the requirement for us to take students on 2 separate pieces of fieldwork in which they would collect their own data. As a response to that, that means some of the paper 3 exam has been removed, but this is only for the current year 11 students. Current year 10 students will be expected to complete the whole course as normal. So that means that if you see where it says section B, I've circled that. Not all of those questions will now be asked. We haven't been told exactly how many marks that section will be worth, but we do know students will not be required to complete their own fieldwork and to answer questions on that. However, there will be a fieldwork element, which all students have to cover anyway, and we will continue to teach that in lesson as usual. How can you best support your child in being successful in geography? Well, we offer an intervention session every Friday after school for both year 10 and year 11 students. They just simply need to ask their teacher which room they need to be in to ensure that we adhere to social distancing. And it is every Friday during enrichment time. They can come along for extra support. If they have got behind in lesson or have missed a lesson, they can catch up. Maybe they need some extra advice, some tips, some guidance. Maybe they just want to come along and do some revision with their friends. They can use that space as a positive learning environment to do that. There'll also be the opportunity to access a wide range of resources, and I can help support them with anything else that they need to personalise their time with us and to really increase their chances of success. So they're welcome to join us from this Friday for that enrichment session, and that will be moving forward right up until the exams. The final thing that can be done to help support students is at home. So through both the use of Google Classroom and also this website, your student can be really successful. All of the lesson material is being posted on Google Classroom after the lessons have been completed. They're also being set weekly homework to help them revise key content. This is usually in the form of a Google form, which is a quiz style activity in which they receive an immediate score, and I and the other geography teachers can see how well they've done and give them some praise as appropriate. So please encourage them to keep up with those quizzes, as it really does help build their knowledge. They can then apply that knowledge in lesson time when we are practicing things like exam technique. Geography.outward.com is the most amazing resource available to your student at home. This has absolutely everything on your student could ever need to be able to be successful. And I really wish I had something like this when I was at school, because I know it would have helped out no end. So there's no need to buy a revision guide. There won't be any sort of revision resources provided to your student because we have everything they need on here. If they do require a paper copy, for example, if they can't access the internet, or they would prefer a paper copy so they can work individually on paper, absolutely, that's fine. They just need to make sure they speak to their geography teacher about that so that we can arrange the additional resources. So once on the website, they need to click GCSE, and that will open up then the page that's relevant to them. There is a subfolder for each of the sections for each exam, and then there are some general pointers down here. Things like if your student is aiming for a 7 or above in terms of grades, there's a section just for them. Maybe they're interested in studying geography further. There's lots of advice on skills work, how to structure exam answers, and revision tips. If we go to this section first, I'm going to select the Coast section. Year 10 and Year 11 are currently studying this section, so this will be a good place for them to start their revision. In here, they have everything they could need to be successful. We've got a checklist and keyword section. One of the best things students can be doing at home is to learning keywords and their definitions. There are knowledge sheets and case study and example sheets. These are what you would expect to find in a traditional revision guide. The only difference is they are bespoke to our school, so they are the exact examples as that they have been taught in lesson. Therefore, there's going to be no confusion about what they need to know. All you need to know about, this covers some of the big concepts in the Coast topic. Other revision materials in there are flashcards that they can use, there are games that they can play, there's all kinds of different activities. The exam practice section, there is a series of exam questions they can use to have a look at with model answers so they can see how to improve their own work immediately. We also have video tutorials. This is particularly useful if your child needs to recap something that we've done in lesson. Maybe they missed a lesson, then they can go into this section and watch the lesson which has been previously filmed, so they can go through all of the content that they may have missed. And coming soon, we also have a range of podcasts, so you can encourage them to listen to our podcasts on their devices, maybe when they're on a journey to school, maybe when they're at home and they want some quiet downtime. It might be something nice that they could do and get some revision in there as well. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me in school, and I'll do anything that I can to help support you and your child be successful in GCSE geography. Thank you.